שלא ייגמר לעולם. החול והים, רשרוש של המים, ברק השמיים, צילה של העם. החול והים, רשרוש של המים, ברק השמיים, תפילה של העם. Oh Lord, my God, I pray that these things never end. The sun and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart, the sun and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart. Is my mic on? Am I on? Okay, good. Duerme, duerme, hermosa doncella. Duerme, duerme, sin ansia y dolor. Duerme, duerme, sin ansia y dolor. Jesús clavó que tanto deseo ver tu sueño con grande amor, ver tu sueño con grande amor. voice be still as it was before. I will speak no more. I shall abide until I am spoken for, if it be your will. If it be your will, that a voice be true from this broken hill. I will sing to you from this broken hill, for your praises they shall ring. If it be your will to let me sing. From this broken hill, all your praises they shall ring. If it be your will to let me sing. If it be your will, if there is a choice, let the rivers fill, let the hills rejoice, let your mercy spill on all these burning hearts in hell. If it be your will to make us well. And draw us near, and bind us tight, for your children here in our rags of light, in our rags of light, oh, dressed to kill and end this night, if it be your will. wayfaring stranger traveling through this world of woe. Yet there's no sickness, no toil, no danger in that bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my mother. She says she'll meet me when I come. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. Dark clouds will gather around me. I know my way is rough and steep, yet beauteous fields lay just before me. The weary souls their vigils keep. I'm going there my Father. I'm going there no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I'll soon be free from every trial. This form shall rest beneath the sod. I'll drop the cross of self-denial and enter in that home with God. I'm going there to see Shekhinah. I'm going there no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I'm only going אביב, ריחות לילך בין חובות העיר שלך. יום יפה לדוג בנהר, בתוכי הלב נשבר. שם הייתה ואינה ילדותך, אישה קטנה. אנשים שאיש לא מכיר, אין אפילו בית שיזכיר. ואם את נוסעת, לאן את נוסעת? הנצח הוא רק אפר ואבק. לאן את נוסעת? לאן את נוסעת? שנים וכלום עוד לא נמחק. מאיר, יהיה לך קר, כסף כיס, גביש סוכר. אם יהיו קשים הימים, יזכרי בי לפעמים. ואם זה עוד מסע נואש אל הצריף, אל המגרש, במסילת העיר הישנה, איש לא יחכה בתחנה. ואם את נוסעת, לאן את נוסעת? הנצח הוא רק אפר ואבק. לאן את נוסעת? לאן את נוסעת? שנים וכלום עוד לא נמחק. מי ימתיק לילותייך? מי יקשיב לבכייך? מי ישמור צעדייך בדרכך? לאן את נוסעת? לאן את נוסעת? הנצח הוא רק אפר ואבק. לאן את נוסעת? שנים וכלום עוד לא נמחק. קרי מאיר, יהיה לך קר. Thank you everybody.
One short.
מחזיקים בה בתוכיה מאושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום
Welcome to the New York premiere of Under Friedl's Wing. As you may have read in the program, if you read the program, you may have read that this was inspired by a woman named Friedl Dicker-Brandeis, who was an amazing young woman who was in the Bauhaus school as a teenager and then had a dynamic career as a painter. She designed furniture, she was a puppeteer on the streets, and she designed the costumes for a production of Merchant of Venice. She also taught children art all the way through her life. When she was arrested and taken to the camp at Terezin, she brought some art supplies and taught the children there. Some art therapists now consider her a godmother of art therapy. At some point in the show, at one point in the show, we're going to ask you to join in. You may notice you have some art supplies at your table. It's underneath your burrito. Yeah. So we'd love you to join in. At that moment, we would love you not to join in with your cell phones before. So could everyone take your phone out? And I see those looks. I love those looks. Oh, I have a phone. That's right. So take them out, turn them off, all the way off. Great. Thank you. Welcome to Under Friedl's Wing. We'll start in just a moment.
כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד, כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד. All of the world is a very narrow bridge, a very narrow bridge, a very narrow bridge. All of the world is a very narrow bridge, a very narrow bridge. Those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We'd live the life we'd choose, we'd fight and never lose, for we were young and sure to have our way. La 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 la. Once upon a time there was a tavern where we used to raise a glass or two. Remember how we laughed away the hours. Think of all the things we used to do. Those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We'd live the life we choose, we'd fight and never lose, for we were young and sure to have our way. La 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 la.
Nothing out of Jew eyes. Nothing out of Jew hands. Organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions, fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, subject to the same diseases, healed by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same summer and winter, If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, 'neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a blinding light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never shared. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. And then the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they'd made, and the sign flashed out its warning with the words that it was forming. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls. Tenement halls echoed in the sound of silence. Ich wandre durch Theresienstadt, das Herz so schwer wie Blei, bis je mein Weg ein Ende hat, bis je mein Weg ein Ende hat, dort knapp an der Bastei, dort knapp an der Bastei, dort blieb ich auf der Brücke stehen und schau ins Tal hinaus. Ich möcht so gerne weitergehen, ich möcht so gerne weitergehen, ich möcht so gern nach Haus, ich möcht so gern nach Haus, du wunderbares Wort, du machst das Herz mir schwer. Man nahm mir mein Zuhause fort, man nahm mir mein Zuhause fort, nun hab ich keines mehr, nun hab ich keines mehr. Ich wende mich betrübt und matt, so schwer mir dabei. Theresienstadt, Theresienstadt, wann wohl das Leid ein Ende hat, wann sind wir wieder frei, wann sind wir wieder frei. I have a million nightingales on the branches of my heart. I have a million nightingales on the branches of my heart, singing freedom, 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 singing freedom, freedom, freedom. I have a million nightingales on the branches of my heart. I have a million nightingales on the branches of my heart, singing freedom, 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 singing freedom, freedom, freedom. La 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 la. Schlaf mir schein Jankele, mein Schöner, die Jägerlechte schwarze gemacht so. A Jüngele, wo's hat schon alle Zehntelech, muss noch die Mama singen Halleluja. A Jüngele, wo's hat schon alle Zehntelech, muss noch die Mama singen Halleluja. A Jüngele, wo's hat schon alle Zehntelech, und wird mit Basel bald in Cheder gehen, und lernen wird der Chumash und Gemorre, soll weinen, wenn die Mama wiegt ihm ein, und lernen wird der Chumash und Gemorre, soll weinen, wenn die Mami wiegt ihm ein. Ja la 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 la. Turn me loose from your hands, let me fly away to distant lands, over green fields, trees and mountains, flowers and forest fountains, home along the lanes of the skyway. For this dark and lonely room projects a shadow cast in gloom, and my eyes are mirrors of the world outside, thinking of the ways that the wind can turn the tide, and these shadows turn from purple into gray, for just a skyline pigeon dreaming of the open, waiting for the day when she can spread her wings, fly away again. Fly away, skyline pigeon, fly towards the dreams you left so very far behind. Fly away, skyline pigeon, fly towards the dreams you left so very far behind. Let me wake up in the morning to the smell of new mown hay, to laugh and cry and live and die in the brightness of my day. I want to hear the pealing bells of distant churches sing. Most of all, please free me from this aching metal ring, and open out the cage towards the sun. For just a skyline pigeon dreaming of the open, waiting for the day when he can spread his wings, fly away again. Fly away, skyline pigeon, fly towards the things you left so very far behind. Fly away, skyline pigeon, fly towards the dreams you left so very far behind. Those were the days, my friends. We thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We lived the life we choose. We'd fight and never lose. For we were young and sure to have a way. La 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 la. Once upon a time there was a tavern where we used to raise a glass or two. Remember how we laughed away the hours. Think of all the things we used to do. Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. We sing and dance forever and a day. We live the life we choose. We fight and never lose. For we were young and sure to have a way. La 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 la. Then the years went rushing by us. We lost our starry notions on the way. And now when I see you in the tavern, we'd smile at one another and we'd say, those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. We sing and dance forever and a day. We live the life we choose. We'd fight and never lose. For we were young and sure to have a way. La 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 la. Through the door I heard familiar laughter. I saw your face and heard you call my name. Oh, my friend, we're older but no wiser. For in our hearts our dreams are still the same. Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We'd live the life we choose. We'd fight and never lose. For we were young and sure to have a way. La 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 la. La 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 la.
If you've got your piece done, bring it on up. Bring your piece up if you've got it done.
David Melech, Melech Israel, David מלך ישראל, דוד מלך, מלך ישראל, מלך ישראל, חי וקיים, דוד מלך, מלך ישראל, דוד מלך, מלך ישראל, דוד מלך, מלך ישראל, מלך ישראל, חי וקיים, סימן, סימן, סימן טוב, מזל, מזל, מזל טוב, הוא יחי לנו ואל כל ישראל, אמן. La 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 la. David melech, melech Israel, David melech, melech Israel, David melech, melech Israel, melech Israel, חי וקיים, David melech, melech Israel, David melech, melech Israel, David melech, מלך ישראל, מלך ישראל, חי וקיים, סימן, סימן, סימן טוב, מזל, מזל, מזל טוב, הוא יחי לנו ואל כל העולם, אמן. לה 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 לה. I am a poor, wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe. Yet there's no sickness, no toil, no danger in that bright land to which I go. Going there to see my mother. She says she'll meet me when I come. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I know dark clouds will gather around me. I know my way is rough and steep, yet beauteous fields lay before me, where weary souls their vigils keep. Going there to see my father, going there no more to run. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I'll soon be free from every trial. This form shall rest beneath the sod. I'll drop the cross of self-denial and enter in that home with God. I'm going there to see Shekhinah. I'm going there no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I'm only going over home. Say shalom, shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. ישמעאל ועל כל העולם ועל כל ישראל ועל כל ישמעאל ועל כל העולם. Thank you everybody for coming. Thank you for making this beautiful butterfly. Thank you to Diana Naparts. Brad Friedman. And our director, Jeff Raz.
Jennifer Levine. Thank you for making that. Well, Jennifer's putting the rest of your artwork on the butterfly. We will have a chance to get a group picture with the butterfly, if you would like. Huh? We think of everything. But we have a few more minutes before we need to clear out of the theater, so I want to invite you to think for a moment of what sights or sounds really struck you in this piece, and turn to someone next to you at your table or at the next table or even a little ways away, and just tell them what struck you about the sights and sounds of this piece, and they'll tell you. And I'll give you about 2 minutes. It won't take too long. So hold on, someone's still eating. Someone's still hold on, someone's chewing here. Okay, go ahead. Okay, I'm enjoying your creativity. What was something that you saw? Yeah. Is that a movie? Yes. No, I haven't seen it. I've never heard. I'll look that up. Thank you. What did you choose? Name it. What did you get from it? That's brand new material, but I love that. All right. Finish up, what your work. Finish up. I'm going to give you one more shot at a different question, but I'd love to hear a couple of things just from one or two people, what you either said or heard that struck you visually or orally in this piece. Just raise a hand. I can. Yes. What was some tears?
We all experienced about tears of the children.
When the children are there. Yes. Thank you.
With the tone of the music.
Right. When the piece doesn't have words, the music is the dialogue. Thank you. One other thing that you either said or heard from your partner.
The train part was very effective for most of us. Very powerful.
What about those are just trains going down the track, but in this setting?
The inside of the train, the outside of the train, and the long trip.
The trains going up and down.
A change in perspective too. We talked about that we were looking at it from a different angle.
Great. I thank you. That piece, when I was, as the director, I was watching it, it went too long. And I said, that's the idea. It goes too long. We want him to stop. Yeah. I get choked up. Yeah. So I want to give you another, I think you've already gotten there, but I want to give you a little more time, either with that person or those people or different. Now dig into the feelings and the thoughts that came up. It already happened, I know, because when you talk about the images, the feelings come. But take another 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll take our picture with the butterfly. One more thought. What meaning do you make from the butterfly? That reminds me, I'm going to say something to everybody. That reminds me. Some of them survived. I saw an interview with one of the survivors, and they're so talented and retired. Like no one smiles. They said Friedl. Come on back together. So, what other thoughts came up in that second conversation? I want to say one that I thought of while I was having my conversation over here. One of the things that Friedl did was there was a window, a small window in the children's barracks, which you saw in this a number of times, and she would ask the children, look out the window, see the hills, send your spirit out there, and then draw it. So thank you for reminding me. The butterfly is also a symbol of how going that away. All right, that was my contribution to this. What other thoughts do you have? Yes, please.
I mean, I think the undercurrent is sadness, but it wasn't 100% sadness at the end when we were going through the drawings. There was just something about this irrepressible joy that children have in the worst conditions. They're drawing gardens and nature and trees and it makes it even more sad because of these poor kids. They must have had no idea what was happening or why or no understood. And they were still drawing these beautiful things. And that got me.
Beautifully said.
Wow.
Yes, children and a good teacher. Yeah, it's good. Please.
I would just like to say that there's a book that has the children's poems and the pictures, and you can get it. You just look.
Do you have the title of it?
Terezin.
I never saw another butterfly.
Terezin.
Yeah. I never saw another butterfly.
I never saw
And
another
I
butterfly.
think if you get that, I was just looking through that book. That's the book you have. Yeah, we have a couple of copies of it. I was amazed at how much they did know what was going on, but they knew because they had internal structures. They had a council, and they were writing articles. The way they approached it was, we're going to make a life here, which blew my mind, I have have to say. Thank you for that. Yes, you had another thought.
It was the place where they brought people to look and say nothing wrong is happening here. It was the place where they had not just children, adults playing. They had
They had music, symphony.
yes,
Children put on a play
and
called
they invited-
Wunderbar 50
they
times.
invited people to come from the outside and say, I don't know what they're talking about. Look at this fabulous place. The children are singing, and the
Yeah.
adults are playing. So there's a lot.
There's a lot of layers there.
Yes,
And I'm glad you brought that up. We were invited, and we'll be going a year from now, to the museum at Terezin.
Right.
And we'll be putting this piece on. It just so happens that Sophia, who is our technician, who we met 2 or 3 hours ago, has been there twice because she's from the Czech Republic and knows that. So these things start happening. If you want to help us get to Terezin and do the show and get home, so give twice. There's a there's a fundraiser that you can see in your program. Before we go, does anyone have before we take our picture? I'm sorry. Before we take our group shot, does anyone have any questions? Something that lingers. There's obviously the only words are sung words, so there may be some questions. I have time for a couple. Yes, please.
I was very affected by the style of puppetry. If you kind of spare and you see what you're doing, and I just was curious what that symbolized somehow.
Great, so many things I could say about that. The most beautiful is that I was trained by Jeff Raz when I was about 25. So now we're in the advanced class here, many decades later. And for this particular show, I really wanted to work with a limited materials palette to speak to what was the circumstance we're talking about. So I intentionally only used cardboard and simple materials, and I feel that speaks to the content in the best way.
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
We'll take
great
one. If we got one more question. Good. Come on up and get your picture taken. If you don't want to get your picture taken, if you didn't, if your hair, whatever, that's okay. But come on up and get.
We're going to bring the pictures to Terezin.
Great.
Webby.
Good to see you.
Come on.
If everyone could stand facing the stage like you're.
Like this?
Yes, but this way.
What are we doing?
We're going to stand on the stage.
Oh, hop on up there. You can get on the stage. Yeah.
Got it.
Come on up on the stage. Now you get to, before we get to sit down drinks.
Evie, where are you?
It's a hug opportunity.
Evie, remember, you're here. Yes, perfect.
Do you want the people on the
Oh, we know.
Why not?
Looking like some clear skies.